and said, "Oh yes, I have finally arrived." Well, this is how I felt when I visited my 91-year-old grandmother at a place called Sunrise Assisted Living. Now, you would think at this stage of life, they would call it sunset. But in fact, it was the dawn of a new era. Then I began to see what my golden years might look like. There was plush carpet that I would never vacuum. And hot meals that I would never cook. And laundry that I would never fold. There were no barking bosses, no whiny kids, no snoring husbands. Paradise! Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests of all questionable ages. I knew I had found the promised land, where manna was going to fall from the sky any minute now. Today, I'm going to share with you the days that I became assisted. That's right, I figured, why wait until I'm old? When the land of milk and honey is here right now. Besides, why do these old ladies need assisted? What do they do all day anyhow besides eat and sleep and play bingo? I've got a full-time job, 2 kids, a messy house, a stack of bills, and a husband who's still kicking. They don't need assisted. I need assisted. I marched home to my family and announced that I had had a spiritual awakening, beckoning me to the land of the helping hand. So at the age of 44, I packed my bags and declared that I was going to go and stay at Grandma's house. My first assisted day started with a meal where I was sandwiched right in the middle of 2 women actually named Elsie. Now, forgive me if there's any Elsies out there, but I grew up believing this name was reserved only for cows. Remember that cute little face on the milk carton? Who knew? Now, here's how I told them apart. I thought of one as Elsie with the crooked fingers, and the other one is Elsie with the goatee. And as I sat between these 2 women, I had an amazing revelation. I'm the hottest chick in this place. It just keeps getting better. So after dinner, I strut my stuff, whizzing past the wheelchairs and the walkers to the bingo parlor. And my game is on all night. That's right, I win 5 big ones. Quarters, that is. My Depression-era jackpot. But it really helped being the only one who could actually see and remember the alphabet at the same time. Then after bingo, I'd go and snuggle down in my grandma's little apartment room, wearing her ancient, itchy wool sweater. You know, the one all grandmas have, with that distinct essence of mothball. She insisted I wear it because it was only about 110 degrees in that one. So while I sat and scratched in the sauna, we watched the classic movie Gone with the Wind. Now, Grandma, we've seen this movie, what, 50, 60 times at least? Yeah. But quite frankly, fellow Toastmasters, the one resounding bit of wisdom that this woman imparted on me was that you can never, ever get enough Clark Gable. My first assisted day was all right, but my second assisted day started in the wee hours of the morning when a worker comes and bangs on my door, 4 a.m. Are you okay in there? Well, I was okay until my love scene with Clark was so rudely interrupted. After that, I stagger into breakfast, which lasts an agonizing 2 hours. 15 minutes for me to eat, and an hour and 45 minutes drinking coffee, watching the Elsies chew their cud. After the exhausting ritual of eating the first meal of the day, most of the residents go and pass out again. Except for me, who's now riding a caffeine buzz and trying to dodge the one old guy in the place who's trailing me, going, "Come here, sugar, and give me a hug." Finally, it's time for exercise class, where we sit down and do 10 ankle rotations to the pulsating beat of the river. Next time I'm going to suggest we rock out to bicycle built for two and actually try to stand up. I hate to admit it, folks, but the assisted life is making me feel like I'm stuck in slow motion. Even the darn house dog has arthritis and it can barely walk. By dinner, I'm searching for a prod, so I can periodically poke these Elsies to keep them awake for dessert. I had wanted a slower pace, but this place is going to make me start drooling before my time. I'm getting out of here. My promised land had quickly become a reminder that if I were so fortunate to live so long, simple tasks would become cumbersome and overwhelming. And I would likely long for those days when I could move with ease and have rewarding work and children I could care for and a husband who I could thoroughly aggravate by writing humorous speeches. So I bid adieu to my new old friends, and I left the land of Metamucil and prunes and traveled back to the land of milk and honey with some Fruit Loops and mac and cheese on the side. Madam Toastmaster.